Sorry for the wait, y'all missed me. It's your head honcho Grim Reapsol Dark 61, and welcome back to another scary story t- for video. And so today, today I have a new scary story, which introducing vampire in the taxi. This could be really interesting, and one thing I noticed was that this the story was up was like published on October 31, 2007. So that was like Halloween. So that was like Halloween 16 years ago. But anyways, so here's all it says about all it says is a scary story about a taxi driver who picks up a weird passenger one dark and windy night. This picture looks cool. To to be honest, this kind of I don't I don't read any Marvel comics, but if I never watched I never read any Marvel comics like about Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, or Cyborg, but I do know Rob, Cyborg, Batman, and other DC characters, or Iron Man and Iron Man, the Thor, the Hulk, Captain America. But if I had to guess on how DC Comics and Marvel Comics looked like, it'd be like this artwork, like this like taxi driver looking at the mirror, and then scared to death by the passenger turning into a vampire. Yeah, be that would be my guess on how comics for DC and Marvel look like. But but without but enough chit chat, let's get on with the story. So let's go. So this is Vampire in the Taxi. Enjoy. You're doomed this night. All you can do is brace yourselves. I decided to not include you guys Grim Reapsals, so you know that I'm talking to you guys. I'm talking to you when I before I start the video. So anyways, let's go. You're doomed this night. All you can do is brace yourselves. It was my first night driving a taxi. It was late, and there were not a lot of people on the street. I was about to go home, but I was hailed by a man in a dark street. He wore a dark colored coat collars up, and his head lower over pulled low over eyes, as if he didn't want anyone to see his face. He got into the back of my cab, and I pulled off and started driving down the street. A passenger in back leaned forward and tapped me on the shoulder. On the soldier. Why do I keep saying shoulder? Why do I keep saying shoulder? Soldier. God, God. I'm trying to say, like, why am I keep saying soldier? Lean forward. I meant shoulder, not soldier. Soldier, shoulder. And I screamed and almost lost control of the cab. Nearly hit a bus. Drove up on the curb and stopped just inches from a large plate glass window. I don't know why. I guess he spooked me. His touch was so cold, and he smelled real bad, like something decaying, like a dead animal. For a few minutes everything was silent in the cab, then still shaking. I said, I'm I'm sorry, but you scared the daylights out of me. I stared at him in the rearview mirror. His head was a salute against the back window. I couldn't see his eyes. Just a black shadowy shape where his face should be. My passenger apologized, saying that he didn't realize that tap on the shoulder could be so scary. No, no, I said, it's all my fault. This is my first time. This is my first day driving a taxi. For the for the last 25 years, I've driven a hearse. Where was it you wanted to go? The man in the back just said. North Cemetery. I drove in there in silence. When we got there, he off the cab and told me to wait. And if you don't wait, you'll be sorry, he said. Well, I didn't feel very comfortable, but I wanted the money, so I waited. After a while, he came back, and strange as it may sound, he seemed to be wiping something from his hands. As he slouched down in the shadows of my back seat, the man just said, Self Cemetery. So we drove, and when we got there, the same thing happened again. He told me to wait for him. I was feeling more and more uncomfortable, but I waited. I wonder what could he be doing in the cemetery so late at night. What business could he have there? He returned to the car, brushing something from his clothes. I didn't ask him any questions. He returned to the darkness of the back seat and seemed to be wiping something from his mouth. When he was done, he just said East Cemetery. Although very frightened, I was determined to get my money. My curiosity better to get the better of me, and despite my fears, I was determined to see what he was doing. So this time I followed him into the dark cemetery. I tiptoed behind him, stepping softly through the long grass and the muck. I watched him as he walked silently among the headstones. He seemed to be looking for one in particular. He came to a fresh grave, then fell to his knees and used his hands to escape and dig at the earth until he got down into the coffin. I was barely breathing, afraid he would hear me. I was terrified, but I couldn't run away. Me, my legs feel like dead weight. I was rooted to the spot. I saw him open the coffin lid, and as he bent over the coffin, I could see inside it. I saw a glimpse of the sunk features of a flesh corpse lying in the open coffin. I was so terrified. I could I could move in darkness. Then the man stood up. Perhaps he heard me breathing. Maybe he heard the gravel crunch underneath my shoes. He came straight towards me, quickly, almost running, but it didn't seem like running. It was as if he was gliding fast and silent over the grass. In seconds, he was upon me, grasping my shirt and pulling my face close to his. I smelled his terrible decaying death. I mean, I mean, I smelled his terrible decaying breath. I saw something dark and sticky dripping from his mouth. I managed to stutter. I, are you a vampire? Yes! He screamed as he sank his fangs into my neck. The end. Oh, so to be honest, I was holy crap. Now the story wouldn't. Now this explains why the title of this story is called "Vampire in the Taxi." What I'm just saying, like, I already know, like, I already know that the passenger would be a vampire because, yeah, it's because, he has sharp teeth and sharp nails, so that makes him to resemble to resemble so close to a vampire. Yeah, them. But except like I don't I don't know if the vampire, I don't know if the passenger is wearing like a cape. I I don't know. I don't know if that's what you call that vampires wear. Yeah, yeah, a cape. But I do know that yeah, I already know. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, vampires really love to drink blood, human blood. Just like, just like how they sink their fangs into people's neck to suck the blood out of them. But alright guys, so that was Vampire in the Taxi. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and judging. And so far I have made 95 scary stories. But and well, yeah, this will be my 96th scary story. By the time I'm done with this, by the time I'm done recording this video and upload to YouTube, maybe maybe I might make my 100th scary story by the end of 2024, which is tomorrow. Yeah, I might accomplish that. That'll be so awesome because I can't believe that I've come this far ever since I started it in 2020, since I started making scary stories last year, back in 2023. Yeah, but all but overall, this was really a nice scary story. Thank you so much for sticking around to the end. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.